Hi guys, welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to show you how I made these 3 sets of earrings using snake vertebrae. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to show you how I made these 3 different earrings using snake vertebrae. These I think turned out so beautiful, so I'll show you how I did each kind. Okay, let's start with the porcupine quill ones because they were just really easy. So I have chosen 2 porcupine quills that are similar in shape and design, and then I need to also choose 2 snake vertebrae that are similar in size and shape. My first step is to cut my quills down a little bit so that this little end cap fits on. So I'm going to snip them with some wire cutters here, just like that, so I have a nice flat end. Now I'm going to take this pin with a loop at the end. I'm going to feed this finding on. This is something that encircles a bead normally, and I'll link where I got all these down below, but these vertebrae have a natural hole running through them, and so I'm just going to line up the vertebrae with the hole and feed my pin through the vertebrae and this finding. There we go. So now it has a really pretty frame around it, and I don't need to add anything like a crimp bead because this isn't going to go anywhere. It's just the right size to fit within this circle here. So I'm going to do that with another one, and it kind of helps to put the vertebrae in the finding to make sure it fits, otherwise you have to find a smaller one. All right, now we have our tops, and we are going to feed these little kind of tulip shaped end caps on next with the petals pointing down like that. And then I'm going to take my wire cutters and trim the end here because I only want about 1/2 inch sticking out like that. Next is kind of the messy part. I'm going to use E6000 glue, and I'm going to dip my pin into the glue, and then I'm going to poke the pin into the top of the quill. These are just made of keratin, so they poke really easily, so I'll just set it down and push gently to seat it. Wipe off any excess glue. And voila! Ah, it's so pretty! Alright, we'll dip this other one. Now we need to secure our earring hooks, so I'm just going to grab a couple of jump rings here to attach the earring to our gorgeous design. Oh, I love it so much! Okay, so I'm just going to take some flat nose pliers and some needle nose pliers, that's all I've got. And I'm going to squeeze and twist to open the jump ring. Then I will attach our earring to the loop. Then I'll just squeeze and twist back, kind of pinching our jump ring nice and tightly shut. And there we go. Let's do it on the other one, and that pair is done. I think these turned out so cool. All right, we're gonna set these over to the side to dry. Okay, next we'll make the other one kind of with the spike at the bottom. This one was really fun to kind of figure out how to do it. Okay, my first step is to attach 2 jump rings to this hexagon finding. This is a solid finding. It doesn't have a break anywhere, so I need to add jump rings to be able to attach stuff to it. So again, just holding, pinching, twisting, putting it on there, and twisting it right back into place. Now before I close the second one, I'm going to attach my pin with the loop on it, and then I'll close it up. Then I'm going to need crimp beads for this one because I don't want the vertebrae to sag. I want it to kind of stay in the middle. So I'm going to put a crimp bead on first, and I'm just going to take my pliers and flatten the crimp bead nice and tight. just a little bit below the eye hook there. And these do move around a bit if you really want them to. You can loosen them up and redo it. Then I'll put my vertebrae on, and then I'll put the other crimp bead on. And again, pinch it with the pliers. Then I need to make another loop at the end. So I'm gonna get these wire bending round pliers, but I need to cut off some extra fur. So don't cut it too short. It's better to cut it long and then have room to snip at the end. So I'm gonna cut it about there. And then I'm gonna hold it with pliers, and I'm gonna take my bending pliers here and loop like that. Kind of straighten it out. Perfect. Now I'm going to take a smaller jump ring and attach it to my little spike charm here and close it up. Okay, now I'm going to take the empty loop that I put on here already. I'm going to open it up, and really you could have left this off and done it later, but I just didn't want to lose it. So we're going to open it up again. We are going to add our spike charm. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take this off. So I have my spike charm with the big jump ring, and I'm going to add the bottom of the vertebrae loop like that, and then flip the hexagon over and hook it in there as well. Now we'll close it up like that. And then the last step is I'm going to get a smaller jump ring here, open it up, add my earring, and attach it to the jump ring at the top of the vertebrae like that, and get it closed up. And there we have the next set. Look how cute those are. I just love how they turned out. Okay, last set, this one. So I need to start building. Okay, so I've got these two sizes of moon findings. I've got 3 vertebrae, a snake charm, a pin with a loop at the end, my earring, and some jump rings here. So first thing we need to do is string our vertebrae onto our pin, and I'm going to try to have them go all the same direction. There we go. And this will be tight enough we don't need a crimp bead. Okay, so again, I need to use my wire bending pliers to make a loop at the bottom. So I'm going to cut off about half of what's left, and I'm going to hold the loop at the bottom with some pliers, and then I'm going to bend this into a loop, straightening it out. There we go. Okay, so now I need a small jump ring. All right, I'm going to add it to the top of our pin and attach it to the bottom hole of my moon, the big moon. All right, we'll take another kind of a bigger jump ring to attach our earring to the top of the moon. There we go. And then we're going to take 2 of the smaller jump rings to attach our snake charm to the bottom. So we'll add it to the bottom of our pin and the top of the small moon. There we go. And 1 more jump ring. These are so fiddly and my hands are hurting now. So last one, open it up, bottom of the moon. Oh, and we need to see how the earring is hanging. Oops, I forgot a jump ring at the top. Okay, I know I messed up. I need to add another jump ring, otherwise it's gonna hang funny. So I'm gonna open up the top jump ring, take off my earring, add a small jump ring to the earring, and then add that back to the jump ring on the big moon. All right, last step is I'm gonna take another kind of medium-sized jump ring. The small one is too hard to get on there. I have tried, So we'll open it up, put it through the bottom of our moon, and we kind of need to figure out how this is going to hang so that we know how to put the snake charm on. Okay, so, and the snake will hang like this, and if you mess up, you can just redo it. And then we will get this closed up like that. Make sure the snake hangs right. And there we go, our last set using snake vertebrae. And there we have it. 3 different sets of earrings using snake vertebrae and 1 set also using porcupine quills. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making these. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this. And I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks guys. Bye.